Hi, it's T with Teaquilts, and today is Wednesday, August 14th. It is 6:59 p.m. And if you're watching this at any other time, just know that you're watching an upload of the recording. So thank you all so much for viewing and coming into the chat. I appreciate that. Let me get it on my phone. Okay. All right. So I was also looking on my phone because I keep having people tell me that on my phone I can press something and have it show. There is nothing to press, and I can't get it to show because of the lights. Whoops. And then when I move the light, I move the camera. Sorry. So I can't show it to you, but I have nothing here about anything other than live chat. And then I have a box to X out of that. And if I X out of the chat, I can hit the thumbs up button. And then I got to figure out how to get back to the live chat. So I hit that button and then I can get back to the live chat. So you do have to do something. You can't hit thumbs up and still stay in the chat. I know people have been asking me about that, so I just thought I'd address it early on the video. I have on my cell phone, I have an X over here that you can't see, and then this X will take me out of chat. Now I'm out of the chat. Then I can hit the thumbs up button. And then I have to hit, now it's a up arrow right here. You can see that up arrow. I hit that. And then I can go back into the chat from here. So and it's different on every device. So let me go ahead and do roll call because I don't know how long we're gonna be here. I got, I think, 7 blocks in the mail today. And I also received somebody's registration for retreat. Let me go get it because I do want to acknowledge those. So yeah, since we got cut off last time with retreat, I'll start with that, even though I don't have it on my list of things to talk about. But retreat is going, hopefully will be the 3rd weekend in June of 2020. That's what I'm shooting for. Now I'll have to see if I can get space for that once I get the head count. In order for me to schedule retreat, I need to have a head count for a lot of the places, because once I tell them a number, they are going to hold me accountable for that through a contract. So what I've been asking people to do is just send a $25 deposit for your head count fee. That way I'll know you're interested, and then when I get the actual dates, I will let you all know what the dates are. If you can't make that date before I sign the contract and you let me know, then you'll get your $25 deposit back. If you don't let me know before I sign the contract, then that $25 will be null and void, because I'm now responsible for the entire retreat for that person. So I don't know what the retreat is going to cost. I'm looking for the St. Louis metropolitan area, which means I don't want to go more than like 25 to 50 miles around the St. Louis area. I have been getting some suggestions for places to go to, but they're 200 miles away, and that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in some place that's got good access for me to get, or try to help people get from the airport if they're flying in. And then also we will be doing quilt shop hop. And so I want to make sure that we are in the St. Louis area where I know where most of those quilt shops are. So that could also mean that you could be in some portion of Illinois. So I'm not ruling that out. I'm just not going 200 miles into Illinois, because I have been getting some suggestions and I really do appreciate those. If you got any questions about retreat, just let me know because I will answer those right away. Let me just go ahead and check and make sure. I don't have a whole lot to offer about retreat because I don't know which facility we're using at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the chat box, and then if you all got any questions, just put them into the chat box. So Judy Smith is here. She says hello to you and all from hot and humid North Carolina. Got Quilt Gal here. She says hi T. Darling Farmer is here. Says greetings from Northern Virginia. Christine Fofi is here. She says hi everyone. Diane 57 is here. Never fear, Diane is here. Pat Moffitt says hi T and everyone from New Hampshire. Nice to have some company tonight. Tiffany's Quilting Life is here. It says good afternoon T. Hi Tiffany. And Damali J is here. It says hi from District Heights, Maryland. Cherie says hi T. I mailed my block today. Sorry so late. You're not late. I was actually late in getting up the information because I wanted to go from July 1 through the 31st, but I was late getting that up. You actually have until August 22nd to make sure that it's received in time, but most likely I will not start the project like in the month of August because I'm working on our quilt show, which is September. So you still got plenty of time if you want to make a block, so no problem. Shakita Pearson is here, says hello to you and everyone. Nancy Province is here, says hello sweet lady. I have found you. This is my second video watching of yours and you're great. Thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate that. And Bonita Nance is here. She says hello Miss T and everyone. Helen Thomas is here, says hello Miss T and everyone. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. And Shrivia Henderson is here, says hi everyone. Maria Mayer is here, says hi T and everyone. Melinda C says hello T and everyone. Diane says I'm sending my block out on Thursday. Tomorrow you should have it this weekend. Okay, thank you. And Sandra Cubbin says hi y'all. She's waving. Francine says hello everyone. And Diane says, I think she says it's more miles for me. She's talking about the retreat, that if it's in Illinois, it's more miles, and that is exactly correct. June Billings is here, says hi T and everyone. Deborah Williams is here. She says hello everyone. Deborah here from beautiful sunny Southern California. T, if you press the X icon, you can press the thumbs up icon, then press the live chat and it will pop right back up. Yes. Thank you. Because it was confusing. And I did do that just to make sure it works. So if you all are trying to figure out how to hit the thumbs up button, read Deborah's comment. Diane says, I'm trying to talk Pappy into going to retreat. Leetta Bryan is here. She says, hello, T and everyone. Carolyn Bowser is here saying, good evening, T and everyone. And Darlene says that she's buffering. So I'm looking okay on my end. Just probably got this light in there. Push it back a little bit. It still is in there. So I can't get that light out, but I'm okay. Otherwise, I'm not buffering on my phone. We've got Ken's World of Crafting is here. He says hi to all. Hi, Ken. Welcome to my live chat. So we're going to go ahead and do just a retreat since I have it. Patricia Toulis, I have your head count for retreat. Thank you so much. I'm now up. That's number 4. And I haven't checked with St. Louis people yet to see if any of them want to go. So I'm trying to make sure that I go through Teaquilts first. And so now we're going to go ahead and do these blocks. Birthday blocks, the churn dash blocks. As I stated, you can still send these in if you want. I'm looking for some scissors now. I can't find my letter opener I had here. And I need some paper scissors. Might have some back here. Yeah. I don't use paper scissors too often, and when they're not in the right place, which I think is because I've been working on the project that's on this board up there. So this is from Pat Stutzman out of Ephrata, Washington. Sure I pronounced that wrong. She has a pretty card, has her P on it. That's really cool. She says, happy birthday, my favorite quilt block pattern, and I love Scrappy. This is too cool. And also, if you do send a block, make sure you put your name, city, and state if you're willing to share that information. But this is so cute. Let's see what size it is. I think it's 4 inches finished. Yes. 4 inches. Isn't that cute? Just gorgeous. Love it. I do have my board here, just in case some of you all want to see it without my hands in the way. There you go. And I'll just pop it up here. And Pat, you were number 20, block number 20 received. Block number 21 is from Erling Butler out of Oak Creek, Wyoming. I'm hoping it's Wyoming. Wisconsin. It's not Wyoming, it's Wisconsin. You can tell I didn't open up these early and look at them. I actually went to the post office today. Been having a lot going on with family and friends and assisting them this week. And then I did work on a couple of projects, and I'll show you those as well. So Erling writes, hi T, my name is Erling Butler from Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Happy belated birthday. I have been quilting for approximately 2 years. I watch you on YouTube and enjoy your comments and videos. I was excited to make a churn dash block. So here's my block for your birthday quilt. Looking to be on the chat soon. Well, thank you, Erling. I appreciate that. Hopefully she'll see the one where I show her block. She put her name and the year on it. Beautiful fabrics. She's got her city and state as well. Got a string in the seam allowance. Hold on. I'm fixing it, or trying to. All right, here we go. Isn't that beautiful? Love the colors. Love this fabric too. I haven't seen that print anywhere. Just gorgeous. So that's block number 2. And again, Erling is block number 21 that was received. Just block 2 for tonight. Next envelope is number 22 from Susan Glenn out of Mason, Ohio. I thought I had my letter opener here from before, from last week. I thought I left it here so it would stay here, but I don't see it. But again, I've been working, so things get lost when I start working in my space. Put this one on the board, get it ready. All right, and then she has a note card in as well. Has Miss T on it. And it's pretty colors as well. Says thank you. Say, Miss T, first of all, happy belated birthday. I'm forever 20, laughing out loud. She's laughing. I have a shirt that where you add your years. So I'm born in 1965, so that makes me 21. So she's saying she's forever 20. She says, enclosed is my block to help celebrate. Churn Dash is my all-time favorite block to make. Secondly, thank you for all you do in the quilt community. You are an inspiration. Happy quilting, Susan Glenn. Thank you so much, Susan. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. And your block. That there. And she did the reverse as well on the block. It's very pretty. Just gorgeous. Thank you so much. So she has her name written in her city and state and the year. And number 23 is from Kay Ducky out of Brampton, Ontario from Canada. So thank you so much. When you all send them from out of the country, it's really appreciated because I know you all have to do extra postage. So I appreciate you doing that. I think this is number 3 or 4 from, I think I got 1 or 2 from Australia and another one from Canada for sure. So I appreciate that and appreciate the support. She's got birthday wishes card. And it says, happy birthday, T. You are an inspiration to us. Keep on smiling, sewing, and sharing. To wish you the best on your birthday and each day all year through. And then to say that special things are always there with you. Have a happy birthday. Best wishes for your birthday and the year to come. Her name is Catherine. I have family that are Catherines. So thank you so much. Put this in the trash. So we have her block here. I'm assuming this paper was in there. I think it was maybe just to cushion the block. Just gorgeous. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Somebody was asking me, how do you put a churn dash inside of a churn dash? Well, Catherine did it. Look at that, just gorgeous. So she's got a little bitty one in the center that finishes at 3 inches. And then she made that into a 9-patch block that's 9-inch finished. Just beautiful. And I know you all are probably commenting, but I don't see them. I'm sorry. Very nice. I love it. Thank you so much. And these blocks are not going to stay on this board with this fan going. We'll see how long that lasts. So that was number 23. And then she also included a fat quarter of fabric. It's very pretty. I love it. And it's from the Hobby Horse Quilt Shop in Georgetown, Ontario. So that's the information right there. So thank you so much. That is really beautiful. I love bright colors. Thank you so much. Put that to the side. No, I'll put this on top of her envelope. Number 24 is from Darlene Farmer. I think she's here. And she's in Dale City, Virginia. So let me cut just a little. I don't want to cut too much and be cutting into the block. So we have a note card here. I seen Shrivia Henderson says that the blocks are very pretty. Yes, they are. All of them are. Looking forward to the finished project. So here's the front of the note card. And it says, have a cup of tea and enjoy your birthday. Regards, Darlene. Thank you so much. That is pretty cool. And got some ethnic fabric. On the bag, I'm reading it. It says Weedman's Veggies. Wow, just gorgeous. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? Very bright. Beautiful. And she has her name, city and state, and then August 2019 on it. Thank you so much, Darlene. It's beautiful. Let's see, how many more? 2 more. Hopefully we can get them all on the board. Next one is from Maria Mayer. She's here too. Thank you, Maria. You're number 25. I'm gonna open the bottom of this envelope. She has it in a plastic bag. No card, says to Miss T. And birthday party. Happy birthday. She says, the way I see it, you should live every day like it's your birthday. Hope you have a wonderful year, Maria Mayer. Thank you so much. And I do live every day like it's my birthday. I try to look at the positive side of every day that I'm given. So Maria's got pretty colors. She's got purple. She's got Houston, Texas on here. Did I say where she was out of? So Maria out of Houston. I'm sorry. I think I must have missed it. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful block. And I try to hold it up there long enough so I can see it on my cell phone, so I know that it's been up there long enough. Just gorgeous. Thank you, Maria. You are number 25. And number 26 is Betty Pompey out of Henrico, Virginia. And unless Betty used a different name, that name sounds like a name I haven't seen in chat before. So thank you, Betty, for doing that. Number 26 has a card. Here's the card. Beautiful scenery. Would be a beautiful quilt, wouldn't it? She says, good things ahead. May God lead you into another year filled with his good gifts, abundant blessings, and faithful love. Happy birthday, Betty Pompey. And then she says, dear T, thanks for all you do for the quilting community. I hope to meet you one day. Me as well. I'd like to meet all of you all. I was thinking, trying to figure out how can I do meetups. Another one that's purple. Gorgeous. Got some K facet in the middle. Just gorgeous fabrics. Beautiful. I see Maria saying that I'm welcome for her block. So thank you. Like I said, I'm getting stuff so late here. And this one is just going to have to sit here on the edge. Maybe I'll poke a pin so it don't fly off of here. Then that way you all can see the whole thing almost. Yes, you can. So those are the 7 blocks that came in this week. So thank you everyone for participating. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to making the quilt. Of course, I will be sharing it with you all as well. And I'm going to go through chat and just see what's going on in chat to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I'm just going to skip the blocks are nice because I know a lot of you all do that. Every block is beautiful. They just keep being one better than the other. So I'm going back. I think I can't remember who I said was here last. I know I said Benita. Helen Thomas is saying, hello, Miss T. Thanks, everyone. Happy birthday. I think I said that. Sharivia Henderson's here. Maria Mayer. Melinda C. is here. Says, hello, T and everyone. Yeah, I read all of those because Diane's talking about her block. Debbie's there. Somebody was buffering. Francine says, I just looked up mileage from Kuka to St. Louis. I need to get ready for a 26-hour drive. Oh, my goodness. We had Jennifer Muzard. She came last year. She came from Alabama. She was about 8 hours. Well, she was 8 hours from St. Louis. She probably had like another, depending on which way she came, maybe another 2 or 3 hours to get to Missouri Star area, which is where we had it last year. So yes, it is a distance when you're driving. I think Claudette came last year from Anaheim, California, and she flew in to Kansas City, and I picked her up. Every time I turn my phone, it takes me to the bottom of the chat box, so I'm scrolling again. Hold on. Yeah, and that is a long drive. I would almost recommend you just fly in. Rose Walls is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Just popping in for a minute. Tiffany is asking, T, did you get a chance to see my newest Churn Dash quilt top? No, but I will. Let me write it down. I put up my pen before we started. Hold on a second. It's going to pop back to the bottom again. I had to put it down. I'm telling you, if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen. Okay, so I have it on my to-do. Well, I have it written down at least. I'm all the way back at the bottom again. So I spend my time scrolling. I'm sorry. Gotta go back to Tiffany's comment and start from there. So Rosewall says, I love that little block, 4 inches. You can use that as a cornerstone. Judy Smith is asking, will the retreat be in a hotel or near one? Is this open to us? Just wondering, if I travel from North Carolina, will the price include hotel accommodations, or will I need to set that up myself? The retreat is going to be set up for all hotel, wherever place we're at. Those will be the accommodations and the retreat center. So a lot of retreat centers have places where you can sleep as well. So I've checked various retreat centers, and it just depends on how many people we have as to which one I would choose. And I've also checked a hotel. I haven't gotten their rate back yet. And June is going to be a hard month for actual hotel because of people getting married. But I'm still hoping that if we can get the people signed up quick enough, that might be an option as well. So whatever price you're given will include the retreat space as well as the hotel. So it may not include your meals. That's the problem. Some places include the meals with their fee, and the food might be just mediocre food. And then other places you can bring your own, or you can go eat out. So I'll be talking about that once I pick a place. Ken's World of Crafting is here saying hi to all. I forgot to say that earlier. I saw him come through. Francine Afina was here, says hello to you and everyone. Francine says I should plan for many stops along the way, make it a fun drive. Yeah, because if I was going to drive something for 26 hours, I think the max that I would be driving a day would probably be 8 hours. And then you can probably stop at 1 or 2 quilt shops along the way. That's how I would personally set that up. That's how I drove to Houston. We stopped at a few quilt shops. and we stayed overnight at a hotel, and then we got up the next day and carried on. Went to some more quilt shops. Diane is telling Tiff to post it in the group. You can only post photos if you're a member of the Teaquilts Facebook group. So if you all want people to see your work, because we love to see projects, go ahead over to the Facebook Teaquilts. Ask to join that. You do have to get approved just so that I can keep spammers out of the group. And just put down that you're from YouTube and I'll approve you. It's like my tongue went to sleep. Rhonda Barlow is here, says hello everyone from rainy Savannah. I think I said Francesca was here. Afino, she says hello to you and everyone. Sorry I'm late. I think I said that. Nobody's ever late to the chat. We appreciate whenever you come in. We got Carolyn says, T, do you have a video showing how you put your bindings on quilts? Sometimes I feel like it's a chore to use my sewing machine to attach the binding. I do have a video on binding where I put it onto the front of the quilt. And then I also have a video on how I show you how to put binding on all by machine. I put it on the back and then I pull it to the front. And the only reason I pull it to the front, because when I put the binding on the front and then sew in the ditch on the front, sometimes I have skipped spaces and I don't feel like going in and fixing those. So I just put it to the back and bring it to the front. So should be 2 different videos for that. Thank you, Carolyn, for asking that. Elaine Doucette is here, says, hi T, sorry I'm late. I just seen Bill's request to join Teaquilts. I'll get those later. Rhonda is reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Rhonda. Marley Blackwell says, hi T, glad to be with you tonight. I have not been able to chat for a few months, trying to catch up. No problem. We appreciate when you come back. So a lot of people are talking about the blocks, and Elaine also says, oh, that's so nice, a shout out to Canada. Yes, I really appreciate, because I appreciate every block that I get, but I really appreciate, because I do mail to people in other countries when they purchase something from me, or if they win a gift. I also let people from other countries win gifts, and I know that the postage can be expensive. I've spent up to $25 to mail somebody a prize they won, and I just appreciate the effort that it takes for people to mail from other countries. So yes, most definitely. Teresa McBrayer is here, says happy birthday T. Thank you so much. And let's see, Tiffany says it's 115 degrees. I'm sweating my bum off. Rose says that people are saying they love the churn dash blocks. Blocks are beautiful. I'm just going to skip some of those. Diane saying it was 101 there today. And Darlene saying most welcome to when I said thank her for the block. Just want to put that out there. Francesca says, very nice. Can't wait to see how T turns them into quilts or quilts. I'm banking on putting everything into one quilt, so it's going to be interesting to see how I do that. Linda DeVito is here. She says, hi T and everyone. Hope all is well. Welcome from Rockaway, New Jersey. Hi, Linda. Darlene says that she's talking to Rose, but she says that African fabric was gifted to me years ago, just a small piece. Decided to use it for the churn dash. June says it's cold. It's 20 degrees and raining all day in her area. Ooh, that was a quick winter. So Maria says you're welcome. I'm just skipping some of the comments where people are saying that it's churn The churn dash blocks are nice, or talking about the weather. I'm just skipping some of those as well. Darlene saying I may attempt a churn dash quilt. Remo JS is here, says hello from Bowie, Maryland, everyone. And Francine says, I'm thinking about flying in too, then I have to get a rental. And with all the stuff that needs to be brought, I'm stressing now. So Claudette was a master packer. She came from California. She flew in. She did rent a machine. And I'm not sure. I have a lot of sewing machines. I'm not sure if I have like 1/4-inch feet for all of them. But you can always mark a 1/4-inch foot with blue tape. So, and then if it just depends on how many people are coming and needing a machine. If you don't have a machine that you can pack, that you can take with you on the plane, like a featherweight or something like that, then I probably wouldn't bring a sewing machine. I would just try to use something, or I will try to get you a machine. I will see if my friends are interested in maybe just doing like a small fee, maybe $35 to $50 or something, so that to take care if they have to get it serviced, or if they'll provide you with the needles and that kind of stuff. So if you need a machine, we'll be working with that kind of stuff later. Right now, I'm just trying to do a head count. So don't stress about if your machine is too heavy for you to pack. Claudette had one bag that she had all of her clothes in, and then she even stuffed some extra quilting stuff in there because she said she really didn't care about a whole lot of clothes. And then she had another bag that was for her retreat projects and things that she worked on. So don't stress over how you're going to bring it and how much to bring. It'll end up working out. Quilt Gal is here. She says, T, stop cleaning because you can never find anything. I've gotten real good at hiding things from myself. You are so right. After I got off last Wednesday, I went right back into the Facebook marketplace, and somebody had an Alpha shelf that they got from the Container Store. So I went and purchased it, and I actually got rid of one of my I got rid of 2 cheapy rolling carts. So in this area here, right across from me, I had a cheapy rolling cart, the one with all those multicolored trays. I had one here, and I also had one in this back corner, and I took that out too. Both of those, everything that was in both of those carts is now in the Alpha storage container. So yeah, I can't find stuff because I'm still cleaning little areas out. And then I took all of my popcorn cans that I collect. They're now in the back corner just temporarily because I do want to go through those as well. Those are all of my extra blocks and things like that that I make scrap quilts from. So I need to probably make another scrap quilt because I got 3 cans of blocks. That's ridiculous. So you're right about cleaning. Teresa Davison is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Diane's also saying thumbs up, please share and subscribe. Thank you. Please share my channel. I'm not sure where I'm at now. Let me go out of here. I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers. I'm at 9,795 subscribers. So I really would appreciate it when I get to 10,000 subscribers. Let's see. Of course, I gotta go back up, but not too far because we're almost to the bottom. Cherie says, I'm an educator, so an issue happened in our school district with a Facebook post. So we were warned not to use Facebook. So my page is dormant. Oh my goodness. Wow. Teresa McBrayer says, Teaquilts, my request says Bill McBrayer, but I share a Facebook account with my husband. Okay, no problem. I'll approve it. Cherie says, however, I use a free app called Quilt Space to show my projects. Okay. Darlene says she's not on Facebook, and I understand everybody isn't on Facebook. It took me forever to get on Facebook. Tiffany's Quilting Life says, I'm going to cook while watching, so if I don't type back fast, it's because I'm cooking. Linda says, do the blocks need to be a certain size? No, they can be any size you want. That's the beauty of it. So it's not to have people work out of their comfort zones. Even if your block doesn't measure up to be its true size, it won't matter because I'm going to be putting it together like a puzzle. So nothing has to match up. And Darlene says, T, set up a quilting cruise. Darlene, I can't get people, I can't get but 8 people to come on a regular quilt retreat. I don't think I want to schedule a quilting cruise until I start getting better response for the quilt retreats. And eventually they will, more and more people will come. I know a lot of people have to plan. A lot of people can't even afford to go to the quilt shows. That's why I record them. So I do understand everybody doesn't have the money to do so. But yes. Next thing up, I do want to talk about machine embroidery. And I don't know if anybody has any questions about machine embroidery. I'm working on, I'll just show you, I posted it in my Facebook group, but I'm working on this right here. It's a Kimberbell, and it's called Hello Sunshine. I had to turn it back around. And the nice thing about Kimberbell is that they came out, they're mostly a company that came out with applique projects for the most part, and then they always gave you some kind of sampler quilt that looked like a puzzle to put together. And then once they realized that the quilters liked their patterns, they started making them into machine embroidery. So you can do this with regular applique. You can buy it, it'll be a lot cheaper. I'm not sure how much, but I'm just going to probably say 30 bucks or less. And if you're buying it for the machine embroidery, you're probably going to spend about 80 bucks. So this is the actual quilt here. And I like this one. I actually got hired to do a lecture in September. And I'm always trying to add something new into the lectures. And while I have done almost every technique, she did have a different technique that I have not used. So let me just turn this so you can see my entire design wall, even though the corner is a mess over there because I haven't cleaned it yet. So I have 31 of the blocks up there, and they start from over here, because I don't know if, well, right here, because I don't know if that's your left or right, where the cupcakes are. So it starts with traditional applique. And then when you get to the pineapples, that is chenille. And then you have text blocks. And then the watermelon blocks, a lot of the blocks after the text blocks, you are adding 3D embellishments after the quilt top has been quilted. So a lot of those blocks look very strange back there. And then on the watermelon, it actually gets ruching. So I've got 5 of those watermelon blocks. And then 2 bicycle blocks have fringe. You can do fringe on the embroidery machine. And then I have those mylar jars. They're not mylar. Those jars are with vinyl. And I got 3 of those, and we're using ribbon for the straws. And the reason why they're hanging all kind of crazy now is because when it's stitched down, something else is going to go on the ends of those ribbons. And then I've got 3 yellow blocks that have flowers on them over here, right there, here, and then down here. And then they'll get additional 3D flowers. So I do like that Kimberbell has included all the different styles of machine embroidery. And the only ones that I haven't done yet, because I'm still working on it, is that you can also do piecing in the hoop. And she's having us do, I'm going to turn to that page, where she's having us do these flying geese in the hoop. So that's one way you can guarantee that things are perfect. Machine embroidery, when you're doing your stitch and things like that, it makes sure that everything is done perfectly. So I'm going to go get a couple of blocks just to show you some of the techniques up close. Woo. Still working on that one. I'll get a jar. Okay, so you all probably know what traditional applique looks like. I didn't even pull any traditional applique. So this one is how she's doing chenille. She's actually like having you stitch. She puts a line here and then she puts little crosses in it. And then I have pressed this with an iron because so it's not as fluffy as it would normally be. And then here's a block with the fringe. You can see the 3D-ness of the fringe here. Whoops. I'm trying to get it to show the side. You see that now? Yeah. So you've got the fringe flower here in the middle. And then this right here is a technique that I will do a video on, showing you how to make prairie points. And then this one is one where we just use vinyl. So just raw edge around the vinyl, just they stitch it and you just trim it. Now they even have, if you have an electronic cutter, which I do, you can even use your electronic cutter to cut out your die, your applique shapes, and then when you place them on the block, you don't have to do trimming. But I just did mine with the trimming. I find that I can save fabric because what I do is instead of, they'll tell you to cut like a 4-inch square for your applique, and what I do is I'll just cut a larger piece of scrap, say an 8-inch square, and then I can use that applique fabric throughout the quilt instead of just using it just for one piece. So I don't ever cut it to size. She doesn't, on these patterns, she's not recommending, or she has not even mentioned fusible web. Whenever I do applique machine embroidery, I do like to use fusible webbing. And then after I stitch my block down, I do go to the iron and I press it so that it's got some stability to it, and that applique is just not going to puff up and be looking all weak and stiff. So I do like to use fusible web. On here, maybe I missed it. I really looked for it in the supply list. I looked for it in the instructions, and nowhere does she say to put a fusible webbing on your fabric, but I do. I'm also using tearaway stabilizer, and then I also, it depends on like on my, when I'm doing a whole lot of just stitching, like with the bike and the word blocks, I also slid another piece of embroidery underneath. It's kind of like a cross stitch looking interfacing. Let's see if it has a name on it. It's Pelon Embroidery Interfacing Tearaway 360 E-Z stitch. And I'm going to put it up here for you to see. And when I purchased it, it was only $2.99 a yard. But when I buy stuff like this, I buy it when Joann's have a sale on their interfacing. And then I tend to buy a whole bolt. So I'm sure I got either 50 to 70% off depending on when I got it. Also, if you're buying interfacing, I would recommend buying it when it's on sale and buying it by the bolt, because when you buy it by the roll like this, when I first started, it's a lot more costly than buying a whole bolt of it, and then you can actually cut it to whatever size you want and not waste like you do if you're working with a 4-inch hoop, which my hoops are put up. But if you're working with a 4-inch hoop, then you don't have to worry about using this size just to hoop something that's 4 inches. So another tip, this is regular tearaway. This is the front and this is the back. So it looks the same on front and back. Now I'm going to hold up a piece that's an iron-on tearaway. This is an iron-on tearaway. So here's the front. And then on the back, it has a little shimmer. And I'm not even sure if it's showing up, but it's a little shimmer here. And the reason why I like to buy iron-on tearaway is because I can take these scraps and iron it to the back of another piece, and I don't have to use my machine and like baste this together, my scrap pieces. So when I hoop something, I had to use my 8x12 hoop, and this was all of the interfacing that I use. So what I do is I tend to cut these pieces off, and then I take this and I iron it to the back of something else And then I can make it, I can reuse my stabilizer. And it's tearaway. I can still just peel this back up and stitch it, but I can't get this glue to show on the screen. But it's a little bit shiny. So if you're gonna buy tearaway, I recommend iron-on tearaway because it's easier for you to use your scraps. Trying to think, did I have any other tips while I'm working on this? I'm to the point now where it's time for me to make traditional blocks that I'll be making by sewing machine, and then they'll bring me back to do the embroidery machine for the flying geese. And then I'll start putting the quilt together. But there are a lot of techniques in this pattern, like mylar balloons that are going to be dimensional. Felt flowers are dimensional. So yeah, so I have some work I still need to do. So even after I get all the pieces done and put together, I'll still have a lot to do. But they have a lot of like 4 patches, pinwheel blocks, windmill blocks, and I'll just be probably making something up to put in those places. Who knows? Maybe I'll follow a pattern for a change, but who knows? I haven't followed the pattern yet. On some of these, like the watermelon blocks, I actually reversed some of those blocks. I reversed the watermelon. I think the box she told you to reverse. She gave you 2 different files for the one that was reversed. But if you know how to use your embroidery machine, you can just reverse it on the machine. And then on those slices, I actually reversed those myself. And the big watermelon I reversed. So you can make things your own by just changing up a little something here and there. Let me make sure we don't have any comments. Hold on. And I see where Diane is saying no, any size you choose for the blocks, Linda. So thank you, Diane. She's helping in the chat there. Cherie says, can you show how you stabilize your t-shirts? I know you all don't want to hear this, but go search, look at my t-shirt quilts playlist, because when I made the Harley quilt, probably the first or second video, and it's in the, well, maybe it might be the third, because I gave you every step to making a t-shirt quilt. I talked about the different types of stabilizers that you can use, and I even talked about, I went through every stabilizer that you can purchase that you can use for a t-shirt quilt, and even told you one. And then the next video after that, I actually showed you how I pressed those blocks. So I have a whole series on how to make a t-shirt quilt from start to finish. Every question, everything has been answered, and I've showed it step by step. So if you don't find it there, stabilizers to select, and I've also talked about the different types, with different types of stabilizers, which one to select, and I also have shown you how to do it. So either way you're asking, and it's the videos you will find that on will be the Harley Treads quilt. That was Charisse. Teresa said, love Kimberbell Design. Does a very good job of digitizing stops that are in the designs though. Like some of the extra thread breaks. May not be a complete stop, but sometimes it's a thread break. But her design, her actual output of it is really nice. I created, well, the company, I'm assuming it's a she, but the company is very creative with their embroidery. And Diane's letting me know cupcakes on the left. Okay, so they're on my left too. Okay. Trivia says, I'll miss 10 everyone. Hi, June. I am getting like just slight buffering. I see it on my phone. 2 seconds of buffering and then it comes back, just so you all are surprised. Deborah Richards says, Deborah, welcome to chat. Teresa says, I would love to see how you do the flying geese in a hoop. Maybe I'll do a video on that because I have not videotaped any of this. I've been working because I knew I didn't have a whole lot of time. And so I was trying to get done as much as I could because of things that I got to do. So that may be a consideration, Teresa. Cherie says, somebody is going to have to knock me out like they did Mr. T on the 18 to get me on a plane. But I'll be at the retreat in spirit. Deborah Williams is here. She says, Cherise, you're funny. Francine says, a great project for learning different types of techniques and using different mediums. Exactly. This block here, I have one. This one here, you actually hoop just your stabilizer, and then they give you a placement line for you to put fabric on that line. Now this piece here, the prairie points, were sewed on my regular sewing machine. They didn't sew it down, but they could have. But I think foot, so they decided we'll let you do that on your regular sewing machine. So yeah, but with it, I 32 with this extra one because I wanted to show you how because I had already pulled all the stabilizer off, so I did an extra block just to show you how it scraps. That's why I prefer iron-on tearaway. So yes. Uh-oh. Love to see flying geese win yet. Diane says, I get claustrophobic just thinking about being on an airplane. Those seats are so tiny and everyone is squished together. Teresa says, I'm going to an embroidery class on Friday, Anita Good Design, and I did a 2-day Anita Good Design class last month. Anita Good Design has a lot of my money. And I did bring my drawer. And it's not all of it, it's just the smaller ones, okay? Because I do have some of the big packs too as well, but I'll show you a little bit of those, and I was going to show you like some of the ones that I've done and or which ones were my favorite if we had time. But I see we're close to 8 o'clock now. So let me keep reading. Teresa says, what is the widest no-show mesh that you have found? I don't know. It would just be regular boat size for me, which would be like the 22 inches, I guess. Because when you do a lot of interfacings, they're not doubled on the boat. But if you're searching for it and looking for it, I'm just not looking for it like that. Again so she can hit her mark. It actually goes by your login to YouTube. Cherie says, I only play with my embroidery machine if I have to. It can be frustrating getting things straight and stuff. It just depends on what you're working straight, because we're squaring for us as quilters. You just square it up when it comes out of the hoop. And I also do my quilt labels on my embroidery machine. And I even have a video showing you all the different ways that you can make a quilt label. Okay, Deborah says, T, will you be giving a retreat price for the retreat itself? We would be coming in an RV. And probably not, because most places, most of them are charging you one price, and it includes the retreat, the lodging, the place, and the meal. So it's just included per person. So they're not, they don't do that. A lot of the retreat centers, they just have a rate. I am buffering, and I see some of the sticky stabilizer wash away. Yes, and I use for those that are also included. Then I will be doing some 3D applique, and I'm not even using felt. I'm actually going to use the wool, felted wool for my felt, because I don't want to put felt in my quilt. All right, yeah, that was the somebody just said they got the Last Supper pattern. I'm not going to read comments anymore, but and they said that it was a lot of thread. Anything with a need a good design, if you don't have any embroidery thread, you're going to spend about $150 just to buy all the colors that you're going to need, because you're going to need about 40 different spools of thread, okay? So, but it helps with the shading, and things look so pretty when they actually come out. Now, I don't have a lot of machine embroidery stuff out, but I think is a Sarah Velder. One is a Sarah Velder design. I like her as well. And I just need to put binding on this. I'm going to put this into our quilt show. Good design. These are all of my smaller packs. Look at this. I got a lot of large packs, and I also was a part of the Anita Good Design Club at one point, so I got a lot of stuff on disc and CDs. But this isn't all of my stuff, because this is just a particular types. I was hoping. Yeah, this is more like quilt in the hoop stuff. So hold on, I'm trying to see if it's anything in here that I've done. I've made these covers. The one for Halloween. I made that one for my toilet paper covers, for the bathroom paper covers, for the bathroom one year. They were all in here. I didn't even look. But I had one that was like a pumpkin quilt. That it was applique, and then I also have done one with the Christmas one with the Santa Claus. I've done this one too. This one was fun. This one is really cool. And you can make them in 3 sizes: 4-inch blocks, 5-inch, or 6-inch blocks. And now they have them where they can even come as big as 8-inch blocks. But I thought I had the other ones here, but I don't. I got a lot of money here I haven't used. And this one here even is Mylar pieces in here. It's called Mylar Spring. It's a quilting one where you actually do the quilting in the hoop as well. You do, and it's put together with the quilt as you go technique. It's really pretty. I just haven't had a chance to get to doing it. These are in alphabetical order, I'm thinking. Yeah, so this is not all of them. I was hoping I had the pumpkin here. Or they also have what they call danglers. I've made the skeleton dangler and a witch dangler. Here's the skeleton. It's too cute. And I don't know if these are still being sold. When I bought this years ago, it was $29.99, which probably means it's in the $35 category now. But this is cute. I have a witch one as well. And who I like online that has great designs, I think a lot of people know about Embroidery Library, but I also like BFC Creations, BFC. And I think if you just search BFC Embroidery, you'll get it in a Google search. They have some awesome stuff. They have a Statue of Liberty that I like, lions to my sister. She's also a Leo. So they have a lot of different patterns. They've got little patterns that you can do projects to hold your USB cords, and then you can hook them up to key rings if you want. So they got a lot of stuff, a lot of different techniques. It's amazing what you can do in your embroidery machine. And then these are some of the things that I've gotten when I've gone to various parties. Anita Good Design will give you, they now give you a printout of everything that's on these CDs for you to make, and it's a lot. And then you can go home and make them, and you don't even have to print out the instructions. This one is John Deere. No, this is Anita Good Design. So I got 3 from Anita Good Design class that I got for free. So yeah. But that's gonna be it, guys, for tonight. If you all don't have any other questions. Deborah Richards says, for some reason I don't comprehend the quilt as you go. And I have done Eileen, trying to think what's her last name. Eileen somebody, she does machine embroidery. If anybody knows her name, can you pop it into the chat for me? Eileen, I can tell you in just a minute because one of her designs are up here. She has a grouping of patterns that she calls stipple, and I did this one here that's called the butterflies. Her name is, they have her name on here, Eileen Roche. It's up here by her picture, Eileen Roche, and she is with Designs in Machine Embroidery online, so it's www.dzgns.com. And I did this quilt. It's beautiful, and she shows you step by step how to do quilt as you go. And I did all of the quilting in this quilt, was all done in the hoop. So it's beautiful. You can kind of see the designs here on the back better than you can on the black. But yeah, but she shows you how to do every step. This is how the inside looks. I want to make sure I can see it. So yeah, beautiful designs. And I ordered applique blocks for Christmas, Jingle Bells, and then I also have all seasons borders. So you can do all of these borders in the hoops as well. And this is what the back looks like to show you what's included. But I tend to stick with more of your name brand embroiderers. I don't do a whole lot of things that are free designs, or it's got to be a company that's been out there for a while, because I do have some off-brand stuff, but I do know that everybody is not an somebody that can digitize, so I watch that. And another way you can also embroider is, it's a program Baby Lock has, and I think it's just called Embroidery, and it has all of the AccuQuilt Go applique dies. They gave you all of those shapes, and you can put those into your embroidery machine. So I use my Go cutting system with my embroidery machine using that Baby Lock software, because it'll I can, if I have an applique from AccuQuilt, then I can go ahead and stitch down those edges, and I don't have to do it on my regular machine, which is sitting here. So, but yeah, so that is it, everybody. I am going to go ahead and end. If you all got any suggestions for live chats that I haven't already done, like an intensive video on, let me know, and we can talk about those. And I will see you all next week. Goodbye, everybody. And thanks so much again for all of my beautiful churn dash blocks. And I have my other ones right here on a clip. Everything is ready to go. Talk to you all later.